Welcome to Option Trades Today. I'm Tony the Bat Batista, and you want to know something? I had a hard time finding some trades for you today that meets all of our criteria, but let's take a look at what's going on and what I found. When you take a look at the market here quickly, even the S&Ps are unchanged after having a nice rally the last couple of days. Market taking a little breather late yesterday afternoon into today so far. We've been hanging out somewhere about the unchanged in the market, couple of dollars below, couple of dollars above. But look at what's going on with volatility, down 67 cents. Let me see if I can move this for you here. There you go. Down 67 cents, almost now down 70 cents. Volatility contracting as we speak, while the market's not really doing anything. Great for existing positions, hard for new positions. And let me explain. When I take a look over here, I go to the high option volume list. That's the list I like to use. You can build your own. And the first thing I like to do is go up to IV rank and click it to high to low. Now look, when you see this, you start seeing a lot of these earnings dates pop out. And if you know, in February, let's take a look real quick at anything. Let's just go to IBM. If you look, February, 38 days away is on February 17th. So when I'm looking at this column here of all the high IV rank stocks, I'm looking for anything after February 17th. The first one I get to is NKLA. I'm like, what is that? Oh, Nikola, but look at it. It's a $2 stock. So if you look through this list here, you'll see there's not any stocks that meet our kind of criteria, over $25, $30, high IV rank, doesn't have earnings. Everything has earnings. Now, this is good for future trades to come up in the next week, 2 or 3. But for right now, it makes it kind of hard. So just to save us some time, the first one that I looked at is MRVL. Now, again, don't out me on this. Take a look here. You'll see Marvell, a $36 stock. So check. You can do any type of strategy. Not going to use a lot of buying power. But look at this. The IVX 5-day change basically unchanged over the last 5 days. I prefer to see that going up or high green. Look at this. IVX percentile also 25.3 and the IV rank 26. I like to see that really closer to 30 or above. But the good thing is it has earnings in March 2nd. So for that reason, I went with the trade in Marvell that I'm selling premium, but I had to go with a little bit of a directional bias. Volatility is a little bit too low for me to sell premium on both sides of the market. So I want to be directional in here. At least I want to get paid if I'm directionally right on that 50-50 shot. Here you take a look at Marvell. It's been doing nothing but going much lower as of late. As you can see down here, this is the volatility chart on the bottom. That's that IVR that I told you about. It's also been going lower, but I'm going to tell you what I did in here. I went to the February options with 38 days. Those are the normal monthly options. And I went right here and I sold the 32.5 puts. Now you can sell them at a better price than I did. I sold them at $1.11. And when I'm done with this podcast, maybe I will move it. Try to sell another kind of tranche of them up around 113, 114, or 115 if Marvell goes lower as the market has been going lower. But I sold them at $1.11. You can do better than me. Let me give you my pricing. Obviously, if you're looking at the buying power effect on here, it's only $356. So of all the trades I've done on my podcast to date, or hopefully you're watching us on YouTube so you can actually see the screen and not just listen to my voice. This is probably one of the best buying power to credit received ratios that I've done on this trade. Now, it's a pure directional shot, but it still has a 75% pop. The delta on the put that I'm selling is approximately 25. I put the volume up here so you can see the daily volume is actually pretty good. And if I click on this also, and I'll go to the open interest, you'll notice that the open interest is extremely good. So even though this is a stock with obviously tight markets, 113, 115 on those puts right now, with plenty of open interest and plenty of daily volume, the bad side of this would be the IV rank is 27. and it's not gonna you're not gonna get a lot of volatility contraction on this overall play. But again, that's just because the market itself has volatility contracting over the last couple of weeks. I went to look at, in this type of situation with volatility contracting, I would think to go in and earnings season's looming, I would say, hey, let's go into SPY. But look what's going on here. SPY's got an IV rank of 13, so I don't have an SPY position. IWM has an IV rank of 12, so I don't have an IWM position. And Qs, which used to have some of the larger IV ranks, an IV rank of 16, I don't have a position in there either. Now, if you were a little bit bearish in the market, maybe you could put on directional diagonal in SPY, IWM, or Qs, whichever one that suits your fancy. But for selling premium, you can't look at Qs. One other stock I did put a position or look to put a position on would be Wayfair. Again, going to stocks that you don't normally trade a lot when you want to avoid earnings. And at this point right now, so close to earnings, really coming all next week, I have no idea what I'm going to do on Thursday for a trade. I hope something comes into play. I've been wanting to put a position on in coin, but I just can't find anything that works for me. But anyway, I looked at W, which is Wayfair. I know my wife uses it a lot. Seems like it's a viable stock to trade. It's got good two-sided action. It's at the higher end of its most recent range. I was going to look to sell both sides. I am not filled yet. I'll tell you exactly what I'm working. I'm working selling the Feb 30 put. Again, plenty of open interest. Market's not as good as MRVL, and that's why I defaulted to go to MRVL first and put on a position on there than I did in Wayfair. But I'm looking to sell the 30 puts and the 50 calls. It's pretty much delta neutral. You'll notice that there's 6 short deltas. Even though the stock is $38, I'm $38.87. Let's round to 39. So my put is $9 away, and it has a delta of 17. My call is $12 away or $11 away, and it has a delta of 24, a higher delta. So that means there's call skew in here. Opening it up to maybe a call ratio spread with these $5 wide strikes made it almost impossible for me to get a credit buying one, selling two, $5 or $10 wide. But I'm looking to sell the 30 put, 50 call. I'm working it right here at mid price at $2.74. When I first looked at this trade, the mid price was $2.76, and I said, you know what? Fill me at $2.74 or don't fill me at all. IV rank is much better in Wayfair at 39.6, and I believe it's in my list here too. I will take a look at it for you. IV rank has been going down over the last 5 days by 3%. But again, it has earnings after expiration and has a higher IV rank. So I'm taking this 5-day index change, kind of pushing it to the side. Maybe breaking some of my rules. I don't know. But one rule I won't break is I'm not looking to trade SPY, IWM, or QQQ. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. I know it wasn't as exciting as some of the other trades that we've made on here, and we've actually had some decent success with. But you know what you could do at this time while you're waiting for all of these trades to come by? Please go to tastyworks.com, open, transfer, move an account to Tastyworks so we can keep the lights on here.